Hello world, Wendy from Cali here, back with my last Manny by number cozy vibes Manny chat today, and I am using the following Color Street sets. This is Siren Secrets from one of the Color Play Club subscription boxes way back, and another Color Play subscription box set, Blue Dove. I really like the play on the blue and the pink. The pink kind of mimicking snow, but not quite snow. And the blue because, winter vibes. Whenever I think of cozy, I think of being cold. And when I think of cold, I think of winter. And I've got cute little deer nail decals that I will be putting on my ring finger and my thumb to round out the cozy vibes. The only thing I have on my fingers right now before putting any Color Street sets on is the Color Street Ridge Filling nail primer. And yeah, let's get started. So, Christmas has come and gone. All of my favorite holidays have now come and gone. We've had Halloween, we've had Thanksgiving, we've had Christmas, and it is back to the grind. I've got a bunch of projects to go out on Monday, but I refuse to work the weekend. I need to recover from not only all of the work, but all of the personal work as far as getting ready for Christmas goes. The kids love their presents. The Santa presents that arrived on Christmas Day didn't receive as big of a welcoming from the kids, but they had just woken up, and Santa had some technical issues. His elves were a bit naughty, apparently, and the bicycles that were delivered were missing a few things, namely a seat on Amalika's bike and training wheels for Allison's bike, and things weren't fully put together yet because the elves were naughty. And so we can understand that it's a little less enthusiastic vibes from prior Christmases, but also the weather. It's been really rainy here in Southern California, so it doesn't help to receive a bicycle when you can't ride it due to weather and due to it not being fully put together. So totally get that. But Christmas was really awesome. We typically celebrate on Christmas Eve, and Mama Carla had all of her kiddos in attendance, and that was really nice. It was awesome to see her oldest, Joseph, with us, not only for Christmas Eve, but he came back the next day for Christmas dinner, and Christmas dinner was absolutely delicious. Mama Carla made beef Wellington, and I've only had beef Wellington one time in my life at a restaurant, and Mama Carla did that beef Wellington justice. It was so yum. It's a shame that we all only got to have one piece of it, but you know what? It's diet time. It is so like all the foods we ate over the holidays. I was so ready yesterday to just not eat and do a bit of fasting, and yeah, results are good. I ended up bouncing up from the holidays, obviously, from all the eating, and have since bounced back down to almost right before the holidays. So I'm doing well, and that's all I can ask for. And we're gonna put the pounds back on again because Mom wants to go out to eat today, which is okay since we fasted yesterday. It won't do too much damage, but she wants to go eat dim sum. And there's a restaurant in San Gabriel called Bistro 1968. It was one that my brother actually sent an IG about. They used to have all you can eat dim sum for a set price, but I was reading Yelp reviews and I guess they no longer offer that since November, so no more all you can eat. But my mom is excited because each dish is only $4.88 and they don't charge for tea, which is like a huge deal. My mom is like, every time we go to any restaurant and they charge for tea, she's just like, they shouldn't charge for tea. It's, you know, like, tea should be complimentary at Asian places because it's like almost an essential to have hot tea with a meal when you're eating out at any of the Chinese restaurants. But knowing that it's essential, they charge per head usually for the cup. Tea is, you know, constantly being refilled with hot water for the tea, and they have to charge somewhere, so they'll charge per head. Even if, you know, someone at the table is not going to drink the tea, they'll charge it anyways. So knowing that Bistro 1968 does not charge for tea, my mom's like really excited and wants to go there. So she keeps saying that one of her coworkers, is constantly going there for dim sum. So yeah, I'm excited to try it. Panda Bear found a video on YouTube where this guy went and had like, I think 12 dim sum dishes, a nice variety of stuff, and there were a couple of things that I'm really excited about trying. So we're doing that today. But this year's Christmas gifts, some of them were very delayed, and especially the ones that we had purchased for Benjamin. Mostly clothes for him because he's a teenager now. Toys are not really his thing. He's been waiting for GTA 6, I think is the next one that comes out. But whatever GTA is coming out in 2026. The release date keeps getting pushed back, and so he keeps having to wait. And so it makes it very hard for us to figure out what to get him for Christmas and birthdays, because that's really all he wants is the next GTA. So we got him a bunch of clothes because they didn't arrive in time for Christmas. Basically, I had printed out images of the clothes that he will be getting. And one other thing that didn't arrive was the axolotl plushie that Amalika really wanted, and so that was also printed out as an image to show that it is on its way. And checking shipping, it looks like they'll get their gifts this weekend, because the packages are now out for delivery. What's also out for delivery is the butcher paper that I had purchased, because there was one particular Body Systems lesson that I wanted to do with the girls, where they have to lie down, we trace their bodies, and then they draw in and write in where the internal organs are. So I'm super excited about that. We finished the first quarter of their homeschooling, and report cards have been made and are now in the possession of the parents. And we are excited to have a little mini break. Lessons will begin again starting January 5th. So they are getting their little winter break, just like Benjamin is from his normal schooling. And I'm going to take this opportunity, one, to finish my work at work, to start the new year fresh, but also to start prepping quarter two's lessons, which I just mentioned. One of them is the body systems lesson, where they're going to trace their bodies and we're going to label the internal organs that they learned about in the last lessons that we've done this quarter. So I'm going to start off real big with science and art. And part of the packages that are arriving either today or tomorrow are aprons for the girls, which I started home ec lessons with them. We learned to make vanilla cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes, along with the frosting, all from scratch. And I taught the girls how to make deviled eggs. I taught the girls how to make hot cocoa from scratch. So they need aprons, because things get a little messy sometimes, and it feels special when you have your own apron. So I can't wait to gift those to the girls in one of our home ec lessons. So I have to figure out what the next home ec lesson will be. With all the sweets that we've had during the holidays, I want to do something savory, and I'm trying to think what will be a good lesson. I'm thinking mozzarella sticks from scratch. I know that Mama Carla likely had done that for the girls already, but having the girls help make them might be awesome. And making fresh marinara sauce might be fun. I know the girls, when they eat the mozzarella sticks, they don't really care for marinara sauce, but as adults, cheese sticks need marinara sauce. It's like a must. It's a given. So that might be it. But also might teach them how to make meatballs. Meatballs are always a nice pop of protein that goes well with pretty much anything, any time of year. That or soup. Soup is also something that is really yum, and especially during the winter, soup is a nice way to warm up. So those are probably some of the things that we will be making this year for this quarter two of their homeschooling. I just gotta lock down which type of soup, which type of meatballs, before we start the lessons. I have to do some cleanup work on that, but that's okay. Let's get the thumbs in really quick. Oh shoot, that one was raising up just a tiny bit. Okay. For Christmas, did you all get what you hoped for? Did your loved ones get what they hoped for? Were you successful in the gift giving this year. I know that for Panda Bear, I had gotten him some really awesome double, what do they call them? It's like double something glass mugs for his coffee consumption. And he basically was looking for a cup that would basically allow for his coffee to stay hot while he's drinking it. Most mugs, they absorb the heat and then the coffee ends up getting really cold really fast. So I did some research and found these mugs that supposedly would keep hot beverages hot and cold beverages cold for a longer period of time because of the way they're made with like double the glass, like one layer of glass to hold the drink in and another layer of glass to like prevent from having the heat like absorb and whatever. Anyways, long story short, those glasses, those mugs were a hit. He loves them. It does sufficiently keep the drinks hot. But as I was running around our tiny kitchen, I made eggnog from scratch for the first time in my life. And as I was making it, I was trying to move a few things out of the way. And I was about to move the glass mug, except that the thing that I moved before it knocked the glass and it shattered. Luckily, nobody was hurt. I was the only one in the kitchen. Only my pride and ego were bruised. And I had to yell at my dad not to come in the kitchen because he was just curious and was going to offer his help to clean up. But I was like, no, don't come in, because the eggnog was still simmering on the stove. And if he came in and distracted me by trying to clean up the mess I had made by breaking that glass, I just know that I would have been too distracted and the eggnog would have been ruined. Instead, I took control, told him, don't come in, and was able to successfully make the eggnog as well as successfully clean up the glass without anyone getting hurt. So that was good. And my friend and coworker Cindy had sent me an IG. Oh, before we put the deer on, this is Blue Dove. Eek. Stay. So sticky. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is Blue Dove by itself. Obviously, I still need to do a little bit of cleanup work, but I'll do that off camera at the end. But let's get this. This type of nail decal is like a temporary tattoo where you basically stick it on like so. Actually, I need to stick it on this way because, sorry, the snow, I need to make sure it's right on the edge. The snow is the pink, and so the snow is actually going to be closer to the cuticles, so I need the deer to be facing like this. But anyways, I made eggnog. It was absolutely delicious. I am such a fan of eggnog, and it's only sold during the holiday season, but Panda Bear is like, I don't like all the added stuff that store-bought eggnog has. He's like, you totally can make eggnog. And so, challenge accepted. I made eggnog. We had found, he and I went grocery shopping. We found a ton of our favorite eggs on manager's discount, and we had purchased like basically all of them. And so we have a ton of eggs to use before they go bad. And so deviled eggs and eggnog were made for the Christmas season, and likely to be made for New Year's as well. Mama Carla actually made some really awesome green eggs. She made the deviled eggs, but she made them green, and that was totally cool. Looked gross, but tasted amazing. And so everybody, it was a hit. But as I was saying, my friend and coworker Cindy had sent me an IG of these twice baked potato poppers, and I made those for Christmas, and those were a hit too, because everyone was waiting for the beef Wellington to be done, and so we had green eggs and potato poppers and eggnog while we were waiting for the beef Wellington. So that was awesome. Alright, so I need the deer to be facing this way. And yeah, this holiday season was just amazing. I am so happy. Only Buddha is not here with us anymore. And so that was really sad to think about, because he died on Christmas Day. But with all of the family, food, and fun that we were having, I didn't really think about it too much. I had a good cry before Christmas Day, but let me just show you guys. Buddha still stays with me always here at home, in my home office, because that's where he would spend most of his time, with me when I was working, or, you know, doing these nail videos. Whatever I was doing, wherever I was, Buddha would be there. And so, you know, that's the only sad part about this Christmas, was just knowing that he's no longer with us. But with all the family, food, and fun, it was really good to be distracted by the lack of his presence for the holidays this year. I remember when I was running around the kitchen and doing things, I would be kind of glad that he wasn't around to try to eat the onions that, when I chopped, would fall to the ground, or when I broke that glass, he wasn't around to step all over it. So, you know, gotta look at the silver lining, I guess. But yeah, I know that other folks have had it a lot worse, losing family members this year, and it's just a good time to reflect on the good, happy memories that we shared with them. But these are the deer. If I go like this, I can show it off to folks like that. Alright, now Siren Secrets is going to go over all the rest of the nails. But yeah, finally finished the Manny by number. I'm so happy about that. Like, I literally was worried that I wasn't going to finish because time was running out. We only have until the end of December, and I needed to make sure I got all of them done. I wanted to make sure that I did them and filmed them, because why not? It's great content, and thanks to Stacy Adams with all of her creative little games that she has us doing in her Facebook group. It makes it so much fun because sometimes I can't think, like, what should I do? What combos should I focus on? And getting prompts like we did for like the Manny Bingo and now the Manny by number really helps focus. And with all of the awesome sets that my Sassvent pal Corey gave me for this year, I am so set for the upcoming year. Like, I've been trying really hard not to buy sets from Color Street, even when they're on sale. Like right now they're having a really good buy one get one sale because they're clearing out the catalog, the core catalog, and they're gonna have new core catalog nails starting, I think, the beginning of January. I can't remember, but needless to say, it's very hard to avoid buying new sets when they keep throwing them at you. When it's like, here, like, why don't you, actually I can use these, why don't you buy some? They're on sale right now. If Color Street offered free shipping for purchases, I probably would end up buying way more than I need to. I have so many sets right now that it's like I need to start focusing on using those sets. And so that is one big reason why, even though you would have noticed that the Blue Dove was already used before, I'm using it. Siren Secrets I was hanging on to for a bit because it was one of the most like coveted sets from the Color Play sub boxes. That and the Ocean Abyss, which was the blue version of this reverse glitter dip nail, and I was like, I'm gonna use it. It just called to me. Haha. Pun intended with the Siren Secrets. It called to me for the cozy vibes because I finished using Over the Moon already. So that was literal like snow vibes. This one is more an artsy version of snow vibes. And I wanted the contrast of the blue and the pink together, and I think it works. It looks like the deer is like trapped in a cotton candy blizzard, but that's okay. It does feel very cozy to me, so hopefully that is translating well for the rest of you all watching, as far as cozy vibes go. It does remind me of a winter sweater, because sometimes winter sweaters have different colors. Oh, you know what? I might be able to reuse this end on the other nail, because these two nails right now are super short. All the hand washing that I've done have basically ruined my nails because I keep forgetting to put cuticle oil on after washing my hands, and because I wash my hands so often, all the moisture is depleted from my fingernails. And during wintertime, I tend to not drink enough water, so that's another reason why my nails get so brittle. So these nails have been peeling, so they're so short. That's okay. All right. I don't think I can do the same thing with my nails on this finger because it's a little bit longer, so I'm not going to attempt it. But as we start marching into New Year's, I have to start planning for making the prime rib in memory and honor of my Uncle Harry. And this year, I plan to make 2 prime ribs for New Year's Eve dinner. And I have to work in the office that day, so I'm going to make good use of the kitchen in the office while I am working. I'm going to have the 2 prime rib roasts cooking while I'm working. So lots of timers will be set, lots of running up and down the stairs at our office, but it's going to be well worth it, because by the time I get off of work and Panda Bear comes to pick me up, the prime ribs should be ready and they can rest on the car ride over to Mama Carla's, and we can ring in the new year in style with prime rib and whatever Mama Carla is going to make. I'm only responsible for making the prime rib. Everything else Mama Carla is going to take care of. Thank goodness, because I won't be able to concentrate on anything else besides the prime rib since I'm making 2 of them. Luckily at work, we've got the 2 ovens, so that's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Ryan George and his pitch meetings there. That's the reference if you don't know it. And yeah, it's going to be really nice. And hopefully we get to play Cards Against Humanity. Because that would be so much fun. A fun way to ring in the new year. But yes, those are the plans at least. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? Do you have any plans? Do you and your loved ones do anything special? Comment below. Let us know. I'll likely make more eggnog in advance so that we have it for New Year's. But yeah, other than that, New Year's Day is on a Thursday, and Mama Carla, the kiddos, all of us plan to go to Universal Studios for a little bit to celebrate New Year's together. And then I have work the very next day, but that's okay. At least it's Friday, and all of our projects would be out by then, so nothing to stress over until the new year, until next year. So it's gonna be great. Throwing it out there, it's gonna be great. Law of attraction. Speak it into existence. It's gonna be awesome. But there you have it. Cozy vibes with Blue Dove, Siren Secrets, and the deer decals. Now I need to color really quick the Manny by numbers, and this cute little kitty right here is our Cozy Vibes, and I am going to color him gray, but not all the way, just the tips and the fur. I want to leave his paws white. But because this is our last picture and our last Manny by number, I'm also going to color in the apple tree. There we go. The kitties all remind me so much of our nephew Benjamin, because he's a huge Taylor Swift fan, and he's big on saying good kitty, bad kitty, naughty kitty, and tiger roar. And so a lot of the gifts that are on their way, a lot of his shirts and clothing items include a lot of cat images. One of them I really love because it's donuts, but they're kitty donuts, and so I'm pretty sure he's gonna love that because he loves donuts and he loves kitties, and he also likes birds, so I got him a bunch of shirts. One of them was chicken banana. It was something that Lilith and Mama Carla were laughing about one of the days prior to my ordering Benjamin's Christmas items, and I saw the shirt and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get it. There's another one that's like polo, like polo shirts, Ralph Lauren polo, but instead of polo it says pollo, and it's got a little chicken, and I thought that was awesome too because just he loves chicken, and it's just a nice play on the design and the word play. I love it. And then there's some space kitties that are awesome as well. And then of course some clothing items that are to keep him warm. Those don't have images on them. They're just cool colors. Current favorite color of his is blue. No longer is he like huge on orange, which surprised me. In fact, the girls have also started changing their favorite colors too. Lilith's favorite color right now is blue, and the skateboard, she got a skateboard, so she asked Santa for a skateboard, and Santa delivered a blue skateboard to her. But now she's like, I need a helmet. So of course, Uncle and Auntie are going to meet with each of the kiddos and have them pick out their own helmets that they would love, because those will be from Uncle and Auntie. Santa didn't come through and get safety stuff like helmets, but they didn't ask Santa for those things, so you know, if they asked Auntie and Uncle, we would have thought of those things. But here we are, Cozy Vibes, the last of our Manny by numbers, and just in time. Had a few days left, but there we are. If you watched all the way through, if you don't know what to comment below besides what your New Year's plans are, comment an apple, because we just colored in the apple tree. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with those you know that like chit chat and watching someone do their nails. And I will see you all in the new year. Peace.